Hello, welcome to Parent Tips. This is a platform for parents by parents, and we started this platform so that we can have conversations around the topic of parenting and the experiences that we have, the challenges that we are facing, the questions that we are asking around raising children and being intentional parents. And so this is season 2. We finished season 1 in June, and we did about 15 episodes, talked about different topics from intentionally building relationships with your children, boundaries, the role of dads, sexual abuse and children, and also extrapolation, which basically means the kinds of behaviors you see your children having now. If you do nothing about them, then how will those behaviors have grown or have become worse 20 years from now? And so that basically fell under the issue of discipline. And so season 2 will be kicking off next week with the first episode. And in this season, we're going to start by talking about nannies and caregivers. And this is a topic that many people commented on, many people asked questions about and said, hey, Parent Tips, why don't you talk about this? Because people are going through very difficult experiences with nannies. People are struggling to balance work and just being home for their children and being able to trust the person that they've left their kids with. And so I felt, hey, maybe we can kick off season 2 with the issue of nannies and caregivers. And some of the things we'll be talking about is who is that person that you brought into your house to live with you and to kind of quote-unquote co-parent with you? Who is that person? What is their character? What are their values and their beliefs? Because when your children are not with you, your children are with this person. And so this person needs to be someone that you can actually trust with the lives of your children. And so those are some of the things we'll be sharing. And I believe even as organizations take time to employ a worker who is coming to operate within the organization, it is very important for us to also take seriously the issue of employing and engaging a nanny or a caregiver in your home. I don't think it's a decision that should be taken lightly. I don't think it's something that should be rushed. And I know many times it's not our choice that we rush it. Sometimes we're caught unawares, but it is something that should be taken very seriously, because you are trusting your most prized possession with this person when you're not there. And so I feel this topic is relevant, and it's very important. And so we will be talking about things like what to ask when interviewing a nanny, for instance, how to engage and treat nannies, because just like you and me, if you are employed, you have the need to belong, you have the need to feel like your employer cares for you more than what you can deliver for them, you know. And so how do we motivate them? How do we encourage them? How do we help them become better people? We'll also talk about legal issues like contracts, for instance, because of late there's been a lot of advocacy for domestic workers. And so it's important that we not only protect ourselves as employers, we also protect the people working for us. And so contracts are important, and we'll have time to talk a bit about that in a non-complicated way. Things like what kind of accidents or incidents would happen in the home, and that would be your liability because that's your employee. So how can we better ourselves, and how can we better the arrangement that we have with our nannies? And finally, I'll take some time to interview some nannies, 1 or 2 nannies, and just get to hear from their side of things. You know, what do they look for? What are their expectations when they're looking for employment? How would they like things to be better for them in terms of their work environment and their relationship with their employers? And so I'm looking forward to a great time the next 2 or 3 weeks talking about this topic, and I hope that you guys will come on board and comment and interact with us and ask questions and share experiences so that our content can grow from there. And so I'll ask you to sit back and join us next week on Wednesday where we'll be releasing episode 1 on caregivers and nannies. But in the meantime, I'll ask you to please check out our pages, follow us on Instagram, like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can be getting all the episodes that we are putting up every week. Our name is Parent Tips KE. Please check us out and please partner with us in this. And if you have any questions, any queries, anyone who you think we can interview or talk to, please reach out to us and we'll do that, because we are also looking for relevant content and content that makes sense to not only us but to you. And so I'm completely excited and I look forward to seeing you next week. I pray you have a fantastic week, a productive week. See you next week on Wednesday. Cheers.